Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in today's video we're going to be doing assignment 10.3.5 of the Packet Tracer in Cisco Networking Academy for beginners. Okay, now the first things first, if you see when you read on your objectives, backgrounds and instructions, you're basically told to find the problem on your own and fix it. Okay, so this will be like in a real life situation where in real life you basically do meet a problem and you have to solve it, but you don't necessarily know what is wrong. So we're going to try to find out what's wrong and we're going to correct it. So in this case, this is troubleshooting. You'll also notice that if you do go on check results and click on assessment items, you can't, because they are trying to train you for a real life situation. Okay, so we have to find the problem and we have to fix it. And that's what we'll be doing in this video. And as you can see, completion is at 0%. Again, I will try to get you to 100% by the end of the video. So first things first, you're going to try to click on R1, go onto the CL tab and click enter, enable. And since we're trying to find what is wrong, just go on show run. Okay, and then press enter. And then here you'll see what is there and what's not there, what might be wrong, So in order to go to more, just keep clicking the space button. And as you can see here, you'll be able to see interface gigabit Ethernet 00 and interface gigabit Ethernet 01. So what we have to confirm here is our IP addresses the same as in the addressing table. So on the interface gigabit Ethernet 00, right here on R1, our IP address is 192.168.10.1. Okay, and our subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, and then which means everything is correct there. So then we'll go to our interface gigabit Ethernet 01, where our IP address is 192.168.11.1, with our subnet mask being 255.255.255.0. So clearly nothing is wrong on R1. Okay, everything is correct. Everything is the way it should be. So now we're going to have to find our switches and our PCs. Now, one thing you should know before you continue is that these switches and PCs will need a default gateway. Now, how do we find our default gateway, you might ask? So just like in the last video I have shown, just put your mouse right there on the wire and you'll see that from R1 we have gigabit Ethernet 00 right there, or gig 00, right? Which means the default gateway for switches for switch 1, PC2 and PC1, basically this side here, it will be the default gateway will be the IP address on gigabit Ethernet 00 for R1. And the same thing here, you just put your mouse there on the wire and you'll see gig 01 right there, which means the IP default gateway for S1, PC3 and PC4 will be the IP address for G01, right? That will be the default gateway. So since we found nothing wrong with R1, we're going to click on switch 1 until we find something wrong, okay? So just click enter, enable, show run. Okay, press your space bar. And here you can see that we do have an interface VLAN 1. Is our IP address correct? Our IP address is 192.168.10.2 and our subnet mask being 255.255.255.0. But what we don't have here is a default gateway. We don't have a default gateway. Okay, what we do have to do is put in a default gateway. So we're going to go into our configuration mode, config T, and we're going to put our IP default gateway. IP default /gateway, dash gateway. And our IP default gateway for S1, remember, will be 00 of R1. So just type it in there, 192.168.10.1. Okay, then we're going to say not shutdown in case it is off. We're going to turn it on basically. Okay, It doesn't need no shutdown. So just exit, and then that's it for S1. Then we're going to go to PC1 and PC2, and we're going to try to find out what is wrong. So click on your PC1, go on your desktop IP configuration, and we're going to try to verify everything here. So our PC1, our IPv4 address is 192.168.10.10. As you can see, there's an error here. It's 11 instead of 10, so just fix that. And then our subnet mask being 255.255.255.0, which is correct. And our IP, our default gateway being 192.168.10.1, which is correct. So we're done with PC1. So just close. And then go to PC2. Again, for PC2, we're going to try to find out what is wrong. Go on desktop IP configuration mode. And then we're going to verify. So go on PC2 right there. And is our IPv4 address correct? We have 192.168.10.11, correct. Our subnet mask 255.255.255.0, correct as well. And our default gateway, our default gateway is also correct. So nothing was basically wrong with PC2. Let's go on PC3, desktop IP configuration, and let's see if anything is wrong. PC3 being 192.168.11.10. Our subnet mask, it looks correct. And our default gateway, sorry, I always say IP for some reason. Okay, and we know that the default gateway is 01. So again, that looks correct as well. So we're going to go on our PC4, click on PC4, go on desktop, IP configuration. Let's see what might be wrong. Our IPv4 address being 192.168.11.11, subnet mask correct. And our default gateway, notice there's a 1 there, so just make it 11. Okay, that's correct. So now we have to click on switch 2 to find what's wrong. Go on the CL tab, press enter, enable, show run. So we also don't know what's wrong with it, right? Okay, keep pressing your space button. See here we do have an IP default gateway, but we don't have an IP address on our interface VLAN 1. So that's what's wrong with our S2. So just click your space bar again, and then go into your configuration mode, and then int VLAN 1, because we didn't have an IP address, remember? Int VLAN 1. And we're going to put our IP address for switch 2. So IP address 192.168.11.2, and put your subnet mask, please. 255.255.0. No shutdown, turn it on, and end. That's it. See, and as you can see, completion is at 100%. So everything, we found what was wrong, we identified what was wrong in the connection, and we corrected it. So this is troubleshooting. As you continue to practice and watch more videos, if you don't understand, this is something you can go back and forth with. But as we keep going, this will get more advanced and we'll be doing more problems like this. Okay, for me, completion is 100%, which means I've successfully gotten you to 100%. We've successfully completed this video together, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Good day and God bless.